So welcome back to another video covering over the UFC Middleweight joke tier list. So as you can tell, there again, it's not really a lot, and the thing is, I try to keep it unique for every single one. So for this one, we're doing the weirdness tier list because there's some fighters in here that are honestly pretty weird. We got from weird boobs and dog touching to pull out masters to just a nice nerd, and then just a bunch of these characters. So we're going for a tier list. Weird being like you're weird, strange being like okay you're unusual, but you're not like weird. Just kind of like could be like cultural thing. Unusual is more like cultural thing. Silly just means you're goofy, and normal is just you're normal. Of course, we're gonna go for like the entire rankings, including the champion, and we'll put on the tier list. First off, we got our champion, Dricus UFC. He's just a little unusual. He probably because I'd like to see some South Africa and just like cultural like differences mainly. But no, like Dricus has like moments where he's like it's pretty funny. But then he has like some moments where it's like culturally it's kind of like weird. Like for example, him kissing his coach like that, kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie. But in his culture, it's totally fine, and I think we should respect that. But at the same time, to the American viewer, kind of weird, dude. Kind of suspicious, a little unusual, maybe even a little strange, but it also could be silly. So, being in the middle with unusual. Next up is Sean Strickland over here. Sean has like he's a strange dude. I would say he's closer to strange than anything else. Yes, he did have this motorcycle accident. I get that part, but at the same time, it's also just kind of like a That's kind of the main factor here is the motorcycle. But even beforehand, he had like something in there. Like he had like the childhood trauma, which again, I make fun of him, but it's like childhood trauma. He had the just the overall just like upbringing, just to have it like make sense for him to be like that. But like oh yeah, like definitely like he is in the strange category. Maybe even possibly one of the weird by the end of the tier list, but I'll have to wait and see how it is. Because speaking of weird, Israel Adesanya. The way damn still recovering from this call. But no, but like the way that like he like reacted to him losing by a submission from Dricus to basically like get on the cage, act like he's like winning the match, and then like put like one to take off his gloves. Like Dricus had to stop his entire speech to be like, "Don't retire, Izzy. Don't retire." Like that's some weird behavior. That's unusual behavior. Plus we have the dog stuff. You also got the gyno allegations because like you can literally see it like clipped off right there. Like it's right there. You got that. Got his mannerisms and that sort of stuff. Just the way he acts is just kind of like it just makes sense for him to be weird. But the thing is, like the difference of like why I think I'm actually gonna officially make Sean Strickland like the top of strange, is because at least Sean Strickland has partially like a factor that plays into this. Izzy is just Izzy. Israel Adesanya is just himself. But this is caused from much more stuff. This is just off of own merits. So, yeah, because that's like, dude, kind of weird. Next up, Robert Whitaker. I would say he's kind of silly. Big gamer, anime nerd. Trying to think what else. What was it? People literally made mods about like him being in like Skyrim, which I play Skyrim and I've seen him before. I literally have the stuff in order to see Robert Whitaker, so it was like I enjoy it, but at the same time, I just feel like he's just very silly. I feel like he's just not a normal dude. I feel like he's just not like a normal person. And I'm not saying that's like a mean way. I'm just saying like it just doesn't. He just doesn't give off that presence, that vibe, that energy. But you know what? It can be considered like I would say kind of normal. Nazardine Nazardine Mayoff. say he's our first normal. Mainly just because of the fact, just kind of like, the way he just kind of like presents himself. It's just kind of like he's just there to fight. Like he's just there to get his job done, and just like he's just there just to beat heads and just get paid for it. Honestly, respect that. Next up, Jared Cannonier. Physique alone should easily put him in the strange category because dude is 40 and he's built like Hercules. But in reality, I would say he's like probably the new top of normal. Again, he has like some weird fights here and there, like I know like with like his I know with his fight with Evolve that was kinda like a strange ending, but at the same time it's kinda like yeah, no, it's just kinda like he just easily deserves to be like because there's not really a trait that makes him like strange or like unusual compared to like everyone else. So for that, he's kind of normal. Next up is Marvin Vittori. For the chin alone, you gotta be like, no, he's unusual. Actually, top of unusual, top of unusual. The reason why I say that, dude's chin is elite. He has like one of the greatest chins I've ever seen. But it goes to the point where I know for a fact there is some head trouble with that person. That is just not a normal person. It cannot be like the way like he talks and other stuff. It's just like no, that's not the same person. I'm not saying he's insane, but it's like that's not the same person. So it's just kind of like yeah, no, like just from like the brain damage and that stuff, he probably gets him getting hit in the head all the time. He gotta be in like unusual category. Just kind of the way he talks is just kind of like that sort of stuff. And yeah, no, I feel like that's honestly like a justifiable spot for Marvin Vittori. Next up is Brandon Allen. Just for his name being all in, that's a little silly. That's also a major pause, bro. Major pause. But you know what? A little silly. I fuck with it. He'll be right there. Next up is Paulo Costa. Again, like Jared Gordon. Strange, just for the physique alone. But in reality, I say he's probably like. I say he's top of silly. Reason why I say this is easily just because of the fact of just kind of like when he missed weight and his reaction to it. That was a little silly responses. Plus, also like his Twitter game, elite, silly as hell, pretty funny. I honestly mess with it. I think that's honestly a fair reason. Next up is Jack Hermanson, which honestly, he just seems like a regular dude. He just gives off like a regular dude vibes. Like he gives off the vibe. Okay, the tattoo made. Okay, you know what? Tattoo alone puts him up in silly because that's like some shit I would expect like Robert Whitaker to wear. Not some guy named Jack. Yeah, definitely not a guy named like Jack Manson who wears from Sweden. Like that's like a Robert Whitaker type tattoo, and he's wearing it. Like no, makes no sense. That's a little silly. Next up is Roman Dolidze. I would just say just for the fact he like is ranked in two different weight classes and he's kind of like a tweener. I would say that's a little unusual. Probably say at the bottom of unusual. I think it's honestly like a pretty valid like statement because it's like you cannot be like a same person to be like oh hey I'll constantly fight between two different weight classes and deal with the weight cuts of either one of them. Like you gotta be a little unusual in order to do that. Next up is Hamza Chimaev. For the pull-out game alone, the pull-out is strange, and it's also very strange how the fact he's also constantly getting, he's basically stumbling forward. Because he went from okay, match against Paulo Costa, that got canceled. That got canceled. Oh, Dan was gonna be next with King going against Strickland. That didn't work out. Then and now he's fighting Robert Whitaker. And then it got rebooked because he pulled out from a basically an illness. Like it's strange. Like it's just very strange. Like it doesn't make sense. Like him being like where he is in the UFC is very unusual. It's very strange. Kind of mess with it, but like no, I don't mess with it. The next up is Kyle Baalo, and honestly, weird. The neck tattoo alone is weird. What's that say? Free. Yeah, no, like that. Like that's wild. You got the neck tattoo saying free. That's a free throat right there if I ever saw one. Pause, but still. Got the Chinese. You got the kanji. Then we got the scripture on the chest. No, that's a weird dude. That ain't no normal person. I refuse to believe that's a normal person. Like you can't convince me otherwise. Next up is Miguel Pereira. Violence night alone. Strange. Naming a person who gets past a guard by doing a backflip into an illegal knee. That shit wild. I fuck with it, but still, that's just a little crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Like no normal person should be hitting that sort of shit in a match. And honestly, the fact he's doing it, it's pretty crazy. Second to last is Anthony Hernandez. Blue. Honestly, he just seems like a normal guy. He just seems like a normal dude. I mean, the mix of tattoos does go a little crazy, but it's a kind of crazy that like works. Like it's like I can see a person like rocking out with these tattoos because he's from Oakland. He's from California. It's like the amount of cultures that are there. It just kind of like makes sense for him to have that sort of like mix up together. Where it just kind of just like it just makes sense. Honestly, it does. At least to me, it does. The last one is Chris Curtis. Chris Curtis looks like he just seems like just like a normal guy, kind of like in like a Jared Cannonier kind of way. He just gives off that presence. He just looks like he just seems like a normal dude. He just seems like he'd be that nice friendly neighbor who would just like wave at you. Um, Probably like house sit for you if you're gone, but like, yeah, it just seems like normal. And then like yeah, no, that's honestly like it for like the list really. And I hope you guys enjoy this. Make sure to like subscribe for the tomorrow's normal one video. Again, I'm sorry for like this being like multiple uploads in one day. I'm sorry, just like I started up feeling a little under weather, but I was like, you know what, we're persevering through it. So, that's about it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully, I don't have to